Well, relationships don't always go. Usually they don't go the way that we would like. At least not after a while. They tend to go sour on us. And that's just the way it's designed. Always starts well. Guaranteed to start well. But not such a good finish. And of course those that try and mix relationships with drugs and alcohol and things like that, that's going to be even worse. Because there's something in our psyche that just can't tolerate people that are stoned or on alcohol all the time. It just becomes monotonous. It's too much. It becomes too much. And many of you have suffered at the hands of this. You've gotten involved with people that have had habits. Usually we think that we're influential enough or valuable enough to be able to change it, and then we realise that we're not. I've seen them on pharmaceutical drugs, I've seen them on the devil's lettuce, I've seen them on alcohol. None of them, not one, ended well. Because it's always going to bring a slide. Something always inevitably will go wrong. It's inevitable. Yet we convince ourselves that we can do it, we can be the one that makes the difference. But very rarely does it end up that way. Very rarely. The frustrations, the disappointments, dealing with these people that you're trying to have an intimate relationship with and they can't function. Mentally, let alone sexually. They just can't function. It's one letdown after the other. They'll say it's come out of their childhood, some abuse or negligence, and possibly it has, but that's not your problem. It's not your job to fix. It's not up to you. And it's like being a building on the waterfront. with a nice block of land in front of you, only to have, without warning, another building built in front of it, and your water view is taken. That's what alcohol and drugs and people that have just taught themselves not to deal with anything, including the mess that they make, do. They dwarf what's good without warning. But many of you can predict what's going to happen. Many of you have been with these people long enough to know, and you should know better. I've tried again with different ones to see if it's just me. You don't want to think that you're being judgmental or out of order or cruel. But a lot of this stuff is predictable. It's just the way that it works. People cannot function properly the way that they should on drugs or alcohol. They just can't. It's not possible. They can't do it. And that's it. There'll be a slight of one kind or another. A frustration and aggravation. A depression. Oh yeah, you'll start getting mental health issues because you put yourself in it. That's what's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's predictable. That's how it works. So it's no good complaining about the predictable. Drugs and alcohol don't work, and they don't work for a reason. And that's because they change the person. And when the person changes, in the negative, then you're the one that will have to wear it. And as I said, many of you think you can change these people. They don't want to change. Why would they want to change? They'll change it first. They always do change it first. But a leopard, it's an old saying, but a leopard never changes its spots. It can't. And so you end up with the mess that you thought didn't exist, or that you thought you could change. And the sad news is you couldn't change it. And that's the bottom line. You could not.